Hi, it's Brad from Headbangers. Today we've got a new segment for you on our show, and it's basically how well do you know each other? We're going to get two people, maybe band members, maybe YouTubers, and we're going to put them to the test of how well they actually know each other. It's basically like a 21 questions kind of deal. We'll ask them some personal questions, we'll ask them some funny questions, some music related, some not, but we hope you enjoy. Our first episode features Heavy Metal Entertainment, Big Dan and Little Dan, a perfect way to start. We'll find out how well they actually know each other, and we'll have many tangents along the way, as you well know. And if you like the podcast, then please like and subscribe if you watch it on YouTube. It really helps. Also, if you listen on streaming service, then don't forget to give us a follow, maybe even a review if you're feeling up to it. So yeah, we hope you enjoy the segment and let us know who you'd like us to get on next. Check it out.
Fight me. Microphone cable was like 4 foot too long for it, but it's brilliant because it means you can just grab it and just put it anywhere you want.
That's almost as interesting as this YouTube video I watched yesterday on the M45, which is a fantastic bit of motorway. I tell you, man, did you know it's 7.9 miles long, and it's the least used motorway in the UK since the introduction of the M6.
That's like a proper 4 a.m. documentary watching it.
Man, I'll tell you what, I'm full of these really interesting facts that aren't done in Smith.
I have a problem with retaining everything but everything of useless information, but useful, like actual useful information. Like, I'm not even kidding. I can tell you why pandas have to eat so much bamboo, but I can't tell you anything useful in life.
Like, pandas have to eat so much bamboo, isn't it? Because they're natural carnivores or something.
Well, yeah. So they switched to herbivores too late in their evolution, so their stomach and like the digestive system needs shit tons more calories than like a normal like herbivore eating bamboo would have.
Like trying to be a fat bloke, but when you go to get a kebab, you just have salad, and so you just got to eat a fuckload of salad.
Yeah. Oh god, yeah. See, on the pandas sort of side, that was a bad idea, wasn't it? Yeah.
Someone told me that pandas are almost extinct because they can't be bothered to like hunt or do anything. But I don't know if that's true.
I heard that they're remarkably bad. I've heard they're remarkably bad at sex.
Yeah, they can only like mate. They can only mate like once a day, or not once a day, like once every couple months. And the male pandas are like, "Oh fuck it, I'll get round to it eventually." It's like they just put it off. They're like, "Not today, love. Can't be asked."
I haven't even started the episode yet, but I feel like I want to include this in. This is just cool. Like everyone needs to know about Panda's sex life.
To be fair, that kind of sounds like my sex life now. I'm in my mid-30s.
yeah, I'll get back to it.
Fuck it hell. Not again. Is it that time already? Jesus.
Give me 15 minutes, man. Just to like prepare for it mentally.
Right, you all ready to go?
Yeah.
Shall I shut that door then?
Right.
Yeah, that's fine.
Sweet.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to the Headbangers podcast, where your hosts Nathan and Brad. Here today we're joined by the Dans from Heavy Metal Entertainment. We're going to do something different today. We're going to do basically a 21 question style thing. We'll see how well the Dans know each other. It's a new little segment. Thank you for participating in the first episode.
I never listen to him when he says stuff. So
sorry, what?
This is who? What?
It's going to be fun. I'm excited. Nathan, do you want to kick us off?
Yeah. So first one, if Little Dan was in a band, what instrument do you think he'd be playing?
Drums.
Yeah, that's obvious. Yeah.
There we go.
Yes. Is there a point scoring system to this?
We can add a point scoring system.
Do we ask him?
Now you're talking.
Do we ask him the same one as well?
Yeah. Let's flip it round. So if Big Dan
originally I would have said guitar, but he's getting old now and he just does bass instead because he can't be bothered.
That is incredibly true. Actually. Yeah. That's pretty bang on.
The panda instrument.
Yeah.
Right. Let's get more juicy. So, what's Big Dan most afraid of?
There's a lot. There's a lot of choice. An interesting one could be cheese graters.
I've overcome my fear of cheese graters.
Really?
Yes, I can now grate cheese like an adult
with a cheese grater.
With a cheese grater.
Because
what was your epiphany moment?
If I'd have left one on the side in the counter, I'd find all of a sudden there's a tea towel on top of it, covering it up, so he didn't have to look at it.
Just didn't
That's
like
interesting.
Was it like a trypophobia thing?
Yeah, just completely irrational.
But
Just
the
didn't
holes,
like them.
the holes thing, yeah.
Could be the
Yeah, it's
whole.
like trypophobia or something.
Yeah, it's
Like
just
that.
weird. But I never had it with anything else apart from cheese graters. But yeah, then one day I really want a cheese on toast. So yeah, I just sort of manned up a
Yeah,
bit.
you can't just
and-
like scratch it off, can you?
No.
Was that like something that like formed in later life, or is it something from like a child? You just see like a cheese grater and just get like, you know.
I mean,
afraid?
I remember not liking them when I was. This is why it's fucking retarded conversation.
Yeah,
This is exactly what we hope for. This is exactly what we hope for.
I remember not liking them as a teenager. So I don't know when it started, but yeah, there was a period of my life there I just really didn't fucking like cheese graters.
I'm
See,
glad that you got over
mine
it.
is elevators. Can't stand elevators. Will actively avoid them.
Serious.
That's fair
Yeah,
enough.
I'm not
though.
even kidding.
See, the thing is,
It's
that's,
Go on.
there's some logic to that, you know,
Yeah, there
getting
is.
stuck in one
Definitely,
or
like,
falling
the
to
thing
your
is-
death, you know.
we went to Birmingham recently. Last time when you were there, in that car park we stayed in. Did you use a lift?
I couldn't find the lift.
No, we use a lift in that place, right?
I walked down the car ramp.
It's dodgy as fuck. Did you?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Did you have to use the raising?
Yeah,
Oh, fucking hell. Anyway, the lift in that place is dodgy as fuck, and Nam has to use it every time because we've got suitcases and stuff. You know, it's just like,
And she's got tiny legs.
yeah,
The steps are too hard for her.
yeah. But he's fucking scary.
I'm not even kidding. It was awful when I was a kid. I would damn right refuse, right? And my nana, she used to live in like this flat, and she lived on the top floor. And every time we went to go see my nana, my mum, my dad, and my full family had to take the stairs all the way to the top of the fucking block
I
of
would have
flats
fucking hated you.
because I was there like I'm not getting in the lift, and it would take us like at least half an hour because we were all at the time we were all pretty fat, so it was like it would take us fucking ages to get up.
Bloodstock, there was someone with like a pig laugh, and that actually went through me.
Oh,
Oh yeah, that last.
I didn't even know the girl. She
Camp.
just sat with us, but she had like a pig laugh. I was like, please leave.
Yeah, you know when
It was
you
the
like,
first thing I've ever heard.
you know when someone says, "Can I sit with yous at the camp?"
yeah.
I was pointing out that's normally a big red flag because it's like, who are they camping with then? But she's it's like, why isn't she sat with someone already? You know what I mean? That's the red flag.
Hmm.
So she was sat there, and like after that, she just kept going to our camp, and we were like, who the fuck's this random woman? I don't even know her. I don't even know her fucking name. She's been here 3 days.
We have a way of getting rid of people that we find slightly annoying, and that's we tell them that somebody else is looking for
Oh,
them,
yeah.
and then there's somebody else's problem for the next 20 minutes.
Yeah.
you
That's
know?
fucking genius.
Bonus
Yeah.
Bonus points if that person that you're telling them wants to talk to them isn't even at the event. They're not even there.
And they wander around for half hour trying to look for him. It's
Yeah.
great. It's brilliant.
I haven't seen him. Last time I checked, he was at the noodle bar.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
might be able to still find him. And that's
think he's in the
another
entrance
halfway
somewhere.
spot. It kind of leads in to like our next one. So, what pissed is Big Dan off the most?
That's a lot. It's a lot.
What's
I'm
like the
quite mellow.
pinnacle thing?
I mean, at the minute, so it's all with the job you do, your customers.
Yes,
Oh, I mean,
yeah, it is.
Totally.
General idiocy,
Yes.
I think, is
Yeah.
the
General fuckwittery.
yeah.
No, dumb fuckery.
Oh, it's not working. Did you turn it on?
No,
Yeah.
There we go. That's your issue.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's that's quite annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
My
for your
telly's
colleague in
not
the general
working.
public.
Yeah.
Yeah, my telly's not working. You're like, yeah, it's stopped working since I stopped paying my electricity bill for some reason.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
shit like that.
Never get into any form of engineering. Actually, yeah.
Oh mate, I'm 5 years too late for that. 5 years too late. I've been working IT 5 years, and our lass is convinced I only have anger management issues when I'm working. She's there like 90, like every time you're not working, you're great. But sometimes she'll be like sat on the bed watching me, and like I'll hang up the phone. I'm like, fuck it. And like just rant for ages. She's like, why are you so angry? I'm like, you don't understand when you're doing this every day and you hear the same shit. I had someone ask me, how do you use the phone whilst I'm on the phone? I was like, let me just decompress that question a little bit.
I
You
gotta say,
basically
that must be the most annoying things for me. Like, not only doing IT, so like doing things that don't work with computers. Because like when stuff doesn't work for me, I get really angry, and then dealing with the general public on top of that. Oh, what a
I
combo.
think that the computer that we first used to edit on. Can you remember what happened to that?
You punched it.
I punched it. Yeah. And
Completely killed the hard drive.
yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
That was good. Yeah, that's what I learned when I went to college.
Don't punch computers.
Yes.
Well, yeah. Just don't punch directly where the hard drive is. That's the
Or the screen.
thing. Is these days you've got mostly solid state drives, so it's a lot safer.
It is.
You're not going to
can
fuck up
actually-
the mechanical
You can
drive.
actually punch your computers more than you ever could.
Yeah.
It's a great world to live in. Dan, it really is.
Really.
It's like whenever we have like an issue with like Zoom or something, I would just see Brad just like look up at me, like it's up to you now. It's like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Always on the job.
Yeah, I know. Every single IT issue, I've got every family member calling me, being like, "Nathan, how do I do this?" It's like, "Nan, you just plug it into HDMI 2." Yeah, there we go. It's working like magic, innit?
Yeah.
What's Little Dan's most embarrassing moment?
Last time we went down the sexual health clinic. No, okay, right. No.
Well, listen to metal bands, ain't go.
You have the collection, won't you, Dan?
Yeah.
Like Pokemon, you've got to catch them all, His most embarrassing moment.
I'm too mellow. That's the problem. Like,
Was it that time you wore a kilt?
I mean, that works. Yeah.
Yeah,
What's his name? I did get upskirted at that point as well.
that was me.
No, Max.
That was me with
Was
the
it?
camera, yeah.
I thought it was Max who did it. But anyway,
Because
yeah.
I took a photo up his kilt, and I went, "Hey Dan, look, I've got a photo of your junk." And his words were, "Oh God, that's the most unflattering angle."
it really it is.
Can we do it again, please?
If you ever seen a picture of, a man's crotch from the below angle upskirted like that, it's not flattering.
No, not one bit.
It's
You
why
know,
we all
you
do
need the
self-portraits.
angles for that. You need the high angles.
It looked like it was fucking winking at me.
No, it's not. You need the high angles for that. Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Hand
on
round
the
the base,
subject. You need like a good angle, really nice natural lighting. Yeah. What is Little Dan's favorite bloodstock? What year was it?
Oh fuck. I'm gonna go for 2000 and I'm in the right ballpark, yeah. 2000 and something. 2009.
Yeah.
Yeah, was
Yeah.
it? Fantastic.
Because the first year was 2008. I went on my own. Second year, I went with Big Dan and another mate, and we met a load of other people that I'd met the previous year. So there was kind of a big group of us. And that was the first time I went to a festival, and then there was a group of people that I knew. Now, the first couple of times, I just went with like one mate or went on my own. Good year.
That was a
Great
fucking
fucking
good year.
lineups as well. You go back to like pre-2010 Bloodstock, the lineups were fucking
Yeah, it
really
looked
good.
amazing.
I remember Churros has played and we just painted up, storm security with makeshift swords out of bits of tent pole and stuff. And they were just like, we ain't stopping them. This sort of let's run past. And yeah, it was good fun. And
Where were you at this
Twister.
Bloodstock, Dan?
Sorry?
Where were you at this Bloodstock? Because you didn't come to do this year.
No, I was in, I thought, fuck it. And I went to York instead.
Anything in particular, or just were you at a
Fancy
festival?
Fancy the holiday.
Oh,
No, I just
very
went.
nice.
York's great because there's like more pubs and days of the year.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
there's a lot of great pubs. It's my favorite
Yeah.
place to go. in the
And-
UK.
Everyone that I knew in York was at Bloodstock. So I thought it's just a perfect time to go and enjoy York.
Yeah, me and Brad, we had like a night out in Pop World between York because we like
Yeah,
we went to see Ingested and Pariah supported, and like one thing led to another, and we're doing like a bar crawl with some of Pariah's mates. We fucking like couldn't find any nightclubs, and this one was like 19, so that's all we wanted to do. So we were like, fuck it, let's go Pop World, and I swear to Christ, they played Metallica, mate. Saw us come
Jesus
in.
yeah,
Christ.
it was so
And
weird.
they played Metallica. We were one of 4 people in there. It was great.
I remember. That sounds good.
Yeah.
Reminds me of that time that we accidentally walked into a nightclub.
You got me more
It was
specific.
a club night at Rock City.
No, that Monkey knew that was happening.
Oh, did he?
Yeah,
He's a bastard then.
Yeah, it's part of his plan. Yeah.
And I remember afterwards, you said that you'd never seen me look more confused at anything in my life.
Yeah, no, that was true.
Just like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
Yeah, people enjoy this. Yeah, that was the first and last time I'm ever going to go to a nightclub. I hope.
Yeah.
I'm done with it.
After I've turned about 24, I was saying to like my girlfriend, because she's like a bit younger than me. She's like kind of being like, yeah, I want to go clubbing because I never did it when I was 18.
Yeah.
So I was like, why are you choosing when you're 22 to do it? But she's like wants to go out all the time now. And I said, I'm 24. I've been going out since I was 18. I'm an old bastard. If I don't get home by like 2 a.m. at the latest, I'm a cranky little fucker. So I'm like, you know what? You enjoy your nights out. I'm just going to go to bars and get shit faced that way.
The thing is, I'm not even a massive fan of metal club nights.
No,
me neither anymore.
So, it's great when you just can't, because I just got into it when I was like 17, 18. So I was like, this is mint. I've not heard any of these bands before. Now that I'm like good few years into it and I've like almost completed it, mate. Yeah. Now I'm there like, I don't get excited anymore. So I don't want to listen to Fat Lip by fucking Limp Bizkit over and over again. I don't want to, if I have to hear it rolling one more fucking time, I'll genuinely lose my shit.
I mean, you are in effect just listening to somebody else's playlist.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are. Yeah.
I don't mind. I don't mind a metal pub that has like, it gets this. It's a metal pub like Scruffy Murphy's, for example, in Birmingham, and then it gets to the evening and they put on a DJ, but basically you're not even paying attention anymore. You're still in the pub chatting with your mates.
Oh, you're fucked by that point.
Yeah, that's fine. But when it's actually like there's no chairs, well, I just want to sit down. Come on.
Yeah, I think like metal bars and metal pubs are a massive roll of dice sometimes, because it's like
hugely.
You could either have like the best night and be surrounded by a bunch of people that all like the same music, have really good chats with people, or you could go and it could be just you guys. And you're like,
yeah.
Like it's what happened to us in
unless you're like a
Budapest.
big group, then that's fine. But like if it's just like you and your mate and you're hoping that you'll meet some people there and there's just nobody, it's definitely a roll of the dice. For sure.
The night in Budapest was the worst because our friend Dylan were like, I've researched, because he only ever wants to go to like metal bars and metal pubs because I just want to listen to music I like. So I'm like, okay. When I found like a bunch, let's pick it. So I'm like, this is the first one on the list, mate. If it's shit, we're abandoning your list. So we went, and it was the shittest bar with the most expensive drinks to top it. And we were like, why are we here? It was just, honestly, it was like, we were the only people there. So we were like, fuck it. And we found this metal, like, nightclub-ish, but it had like 9 other fucking nightclubs attached to it. And like 9 other bars attached to it. So we were like, oh, let's try here. Stayed there the entire night, and that was great. We got the polar opposite of both.
Would you like some rum, Dan?
No, I'm fine.
You sure?
Yeah.
Good. More for me.
So, what do you think Big Dan finds most annoying about you?
Where do we start?
I'm very upfront. I won't be so polite very often.
I'm getting angry just thinking about it. Mate. Yeah.
You're quite blunt.
Yeah.
We have had a couple of violent situations.
I won't like. I'll just like if we do so, we're going to start setting for a video or we're just doing anything in general. Instead of me saying, "Oh, Big Dan, could you please pass me that thing over there, please?" I was like, "Gives that."
And the thing is, I'll be like, "No,
yeah,
get it yourself." And then things will just start to sort of. And the thing that pisses me off the most about you, to be honest with you, is sometimes the smallest little thing can go wrong. Like when we're setting up for a video and like just something really fiddly won't happen, and you'll just get really stressed out about it really quickly. And that'll piss me off because I'll be like,
that's like both me and Nathan, so we just end up getting too angry to do it.
And then it's like, what is it? Especially if I'm incredibly drunk while this is happening as well, I have like short-term memory just out the fucking window. So I'm saying it again because I've completely forgot I've asked something already. So I'll ask it again, even though if we had an argument about it already 20 minutes ago, I've completely forgotten that argument happened. And so it happens again.
So like me and Nathan are both salsa. It sounds like you like Big Dan sour cream and you're the salsa. So it kind of, I guess it must complement each other. Or me and Nathan just salsa.
See,
so when something goes wrong on the video, we just get angry.
Me and Dan have a friendship of convenience. We are friends because we live next door to each other for many years.
I've just realised that's a ghost. Hanging there.
Oh,
He's
that's
got a
a
face.
yeah.
He's got a face.
I almost I had like an interview for a job the other day and I almost left this on. I was like, fucking, I'll never get in that voice.
Yeah, I think me and Brad, we've had many arguments, but that's only because we're both very, very, very stubborn. If he thinks he's right, he's right. If I think I'm right, I'm right.
Generally, if we have an argument, it is sorted out in the most British way possible, and that's with a cup of tea.
But then not talking about it.
And then not talking about it. Yeah, we just bury that shit, have a cup of tea, and just wait for everything to blow over. It's
the best form of solution.
I swear that other nations must be more angry than we are because they just don't drink enough tea.
Oh yeah,
that's what
stopped World War III.
You know.
Or maybe there's something
to do.
From that one time, yes. Yeah. We don't talk about that, Dan.
Let's get our conspiracy caps on. What if there's something in the tea that the government's put in to sedate us?
Shut up, Nathan.
Estrogen. We just get really fucking cranky once a month.
No, I think me and Brad are okay with we have small. We've never had a big one. We've never had a big one. I think the worst. What was the worst one we've had?
I think it was the black metal episode for Halloween last time.
Oh yeah, we had a fucking massive argument on that. Yeah, we had a big one.
It's because so we wanted to do like an episode oh, Nathan's like, let's do a black metal episode when we talk about the black metal history. I was like, I think that's been done a lot of times, and there's even a movie about it, which we don't speak about that, but I think it's been a very overdone topic, and he's like, no, I really think this is going to work. It did get not many views at all. It did. We put in a lot of work for it, but yeah.
I thought let's make a true crime episode of the podcast where we talk about black metal, and I had this specific vision for it, and I was very adamant that it's very unique. And then what actually happened? It was like the most generic YouTube video you could find on Norwegian black metal, and we did a lot of research. And it was like, oh, you could actually just go on the next video suggested that was better and watch that instead. So I was there like, you know what? I was wrong about that. I was a dick putting my foot down.
We had a disagreement because you wanted to do a review on a solar-powered lamp that also doubled as a power bank.
It wasn't really quite a review. It's more of a... It's like...
And I thought that was a shit idea.
Gear you should take to your festivals with you. It was like a part of it.
Yeah. I wasn't a fan of the lamp.
Yeah.
You like the lamp.
Mate, we've used it every time we go anywhere. It's one of those constants that's been there.
In hindsight, you were probably right.
I actually took some having my entertainment advice from the last time that you guys were on.
Oh shit! I'm sorry, man.
I remember.
We've been doing this the whole time to fuck with people.
Yeah, I was like, I think I got sunstroke or something last time, and you guys were like, bring Capri Suns. So I was like,
bring Capri
Suns. And they actually helped, so I didn't get sunstroke this year.
Absolutely solid Capri Sun. It's because everyone loves them. They're handy.
Have you seen they've changed the things now?
Yeah.
So you don't have to put the straw in, and sometimes with the cap, this is fucking.
They got
boring.
the twisty ones.
They got the twisty ones.
They're only the big ones though. The little ones are still the poke it, but the straw's now made of paper.
What? Oh. Sometimes it's hard enough to get a plastic straw through the hole. Now you've got to get a paper one.
Oh no, it is impossible. It is impossible.
Sometimes it goes straight through the back, and it's
So I'm at the Odeon. I'm at the Odeon with my daughter, and there's a Capri Suns they get. She's giving it to me. She's like, I can't open it. Yeah. And then she gives me the straw, which she's mashed into it for the past 5 minutes. I'm like, in the dark in the cinema, trying to figure out how the fucking one is this.
At that point, just buy her a beer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So you want your first drink today?
What video do you think Big Dan regrets making the most?
All of them.
Yeah. Any which, we might have. There's a couple we've definitely made private.
Yes, there are. Yeah,
like a fair few years old.
When you've been doing something for like 5 years, let's say society has a different kind of tolerance to certain things that you might say. You might be saying them in jest. And
it's not just that, but
yeah.
it's also like things like sometimes it's like, I don't know. One of the really early ones, I can't remember which one it was. Things Metalheads don't do. I think that might not be listed anymore.
It is not. No,
probably
I
our
missed
most
that
popular
one.
video ever did.
It was, but
like 250k plus, maybe 300k views.
I just didn't like it.
Yeah,
It just came so dated and so stupid. And
I think the second one's still on there. Part 2, maybe. I can't remember. I haven't looked in a while.
Hang on,
just gonna look.
No, yeah, there's some stuff that I don't like just because it's far too fucking cringe. But we've got so many videos on the platform now. I'm not going to go back through every single little one and thinking, what did we say 5 years ago that isn't acceptable now, or what did we do back then that's a bit fucking cringe today? Just got to fucking deal with it, I suppose.
Yeah.
But, there's
the videos that I regret the most actually are the live streams that we did.
Yeah. They worked quite well.
They did
in terms of numbers and
money.
Like yeah,
money. But I really don't like live streaming. So my idea to combat that is just get as drunk as possible, as fast as possible. And yeah, that's not a good plan, guys. That's
see, like we thought about doing live streams, but like I honestly don't know what I could talk about, without editing in, like what I talk about for like an hour long.
Ours carried on because the comments were going on really good, and it was kind of became just a conversation for quite a while. And that's why it works so well, I think. Also, doing them in here, it's a really tiny room. The lighting's directly above us rather than in front of us.
It gets really warm in here.
It's really warm, and it's just not nice. We haven't really got a place we can do it. The audio in here is not great either because we've got this microphone, this tiny little box room, and shit.
I mean, I moved house, so we had to just destroy our old set as well.
Yeah.
So we're now doing it in your summer house,
which is effectively a nice shed.
It's a nice. It's a shed that's been painted on the inside.
Yeah.
It's
there's been quite a few that I have asked Brad if we can like delete, but Brad's adamant going, nah, they're all fine. There's like one way I had a rant about Rob Flynn, and now I watched
about 40 minutes.
And I'm like,
is that when he said all that stupid fucking stuff?
Yeah, and I ranted about it.
Yeah.
But like in hindsight, I was there like, I come off like the bigger dick.
Impressive.
I was like watching it going, no, you know what? I'm a cock in that. I was like,
okay, though. It's our second episode. He's not going to watch it, I don't think.
That one where I am ridiculously high as well is
that's funny.
No, it's not, because I'm like a zombie the entire time.
What was that YouTube channel where those two blokes that just used to get incredibly fucking high and make videos with all these weird effects, psychedelic effects behind them and stuff?
Can't remember the call, but basically they're two guys from real far down south.
It was hilarious. It was,
and they talk about gigs that are coming up and like lineups and what bands will like and like showcase the bands. But they were so fucking high when they were doing it. It was hilarious. They were talking so slow.
They're quite big.
Presentation while it worked though. Like, we watched
honestly,
it.
Yeah.
The only funny part about that video is watching Brad try to make up for the fact that I'm fucking destroyed. Because like I had edibles the night before thinking it'd be fine. Woke up, I'm like, shit. I was still stoned, and I was stoned all the way through that episode. And like Brad would be like, we were talking about like when Rob Halford kicked like a fan's phone out of like the
fans. I remember that.
Because they had the torch on. And I was there like, and Brad like, like I think giving this really good answer on why it might be annoying if you're performing and all that. And like,
the thing is,
my answer was just, I think it would be.
I was thinking about I was thinking about this the other day. Most of the time that Rob Halford performs, I'm pretty sure he's wearing sunglasses.
He is,
fucking issue.
No, he's prepared for it.
Maybe it was just those intrusive thoughts. Maybe you just listen to the intrusive thought ones. It's like the thought one, kick the phone. And you're like, okay. Everyone gets it. Everyone has one.
Go on, do it. What's the worst that can happen? Just do it. Just kick the fucking phone. Go on, Rob.
Like a telltale game moment.
Past with like an ice cream, and for some reason, your brain goes, knock the ice cream out their hand. Yeah. And you're there like, no, why would I do that?
It's not the chaos evil path.
It's just something that gets barged in. You're there like, why am I thinking that? Why do I want to knock it out of his hand?
I remember one video. We've been busy all day, but we do it in pubs and stuff and helping people set up for gigs and whatnot. And we had to film an episode that night. And because it was in pubs, naturally, I had quite a few drinks. This is a very early episode of Midweek Metal. And back in the days of Annie's Room and Connor, I had a gig at the Wayfarers. And I got very drunk. And I decided, and we did an episode of Midweek Metal that night, and it was edited and everything. And next day, I was like, "This isn't going out. I'm fucking mashed." Like,
did we just redo it?
Embarrassingly, I'm like, yeah, I was embarrassingly fucking drunk. And then we tried to redo the entire episode, but then it just seemed rehearsed.
Yeah.
So I'm like, "Fuck it, we're using the drunk version." Just we're not. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that video's still live.
Probably, yeah.
If anyone wants to go find it and embarrass me
Like a
further,
description.
take some sound bites from it or something. I don't know. Yeah. Just,
Bring the fuck out of it.
yeah.
So, if Big Dan had to pick any musician to have a meal with, alive or dead,
Preferably alive.
preferably alive. Yeah, preferably alive.
I mean, if they were dead, that'd be a pretty boring meal.
Okay. If
You can reincarnate him for like this one instance.
Right. Okay. Right. Cool.
That was a
Right,
corpse.
cool. So I misunderstood the question.
I'll pick one of each, shall I?
Well, yeah. All right. Yeah.
If we go for an alive one, Britney Slays.
Oh fuck yeah.
And if we go for a dead one, it'd probably be Dio or Lemmy.
Yeah. Actually. Yeah.
Good choices.
I'm not going to say that. No. No, not enough rum yet. But yeah. I think Britney Slays, not just because I fancy her, but because, you know, she's a very talented musician above all else.
Fucking phenomenal singer.
Fucking phenomenal vocalist.
Yeah, she's a good vocalist for sure.
Yeah. I mean, wow. Just fantastic.
Met her a couple of times.
I think that if you had to have a meal with any metal musician that was dead, then you'd have to go for one of the greats, wouldn't you?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Ones that you couldn't necessarily meet whilst alive anyway.
That is true. Yeah.
So, yeah, I'll go with that.
Yeah. Also, Dio's short. He won't eat that much.
More food for me.
Yeah. When you're sharing that pizza, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Little mini slice for him, you know.
Yeah.
What about you, though?
Probably the same. To be
Same,
fair,
yeah. Fair is.
Similar taste, isn't it?
Fair is. If Britney
Solid
Slays is ever
choices.
single, we're falling out, aren't we?
Yeah, I feel like you'd have to pick either Lemmy or Dio. I think I'd pick Lemmy just because I've got him tattooed on my arm at this point. So yeah, I feel like I'd be betraying someone.
I thought it'd be interesting to speak to as well.
I think the Lemmy would be more entertaining.
Yeah.
And I do like to converse with drinkers,
Yeah.
people who can hold a lot of beer.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that Ronnie couldn't keep up with the amount of volume that I can take, whereas Lemmy is more than capable and could probably drink me under the table.
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
Whereas Alice Cooper doesn't need to tease out, doesn't he?
Yeah, but Alice Cooper is too smart to drink.
Yeah.
He was a very intelligent man. Oh, what's his name?
He used to. That's
Is
it.
it? What's his name? Vincent. What's
I've no idea, to be fair.
What's Alice Cooper's real name? Vincent something, isn't it? I forget, but yeah. I just think he's too smart to drink. Just too
I think
smart.
you'd want someone that like would let themselves go a bit. Like, you know, if they're sort of like a big musician but they're really uptight, then it'd be like a bit boring, a bit uncomfortable. But if someone like Lemmy, you feel like you wouldn't really care who you were. You'd just like have a good time. Yeah.
Also, he's very much still alive, Dan.
Yeah, no, I didn't say. Yeah. Well,
Okay,
Steve
right,
Jones
yeah.
alive, people. Didn't he?
Hope he's alive.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. That's because he doesn't drink.
Yeah, but we've chosen a living one, and I'll still say Britney Slays over Alice Cooper.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Better singer.
Better. Yeah.
Have any of you ever heard the comedian Bobby Lee's story about Lemmy? It's so.
I have not. No.
So Bobby Lee once dated this Victoria's Secret model, and basically Lemmy tried fucking her, because one night he gets like a knock at the door and it's his girlfriend, and who walks behind her is fucking Lemmy. And apparently Lemmy was so like absolutely fucked. He had like a big bag of cocaine and was just doing it on his table, made himself at home and everything. And like he said, it got to like 5 a.m. He like, Lemmy, you're gonna have to go, mate. And had to throw Lemmy out of his house. You're like, what? I'm not intruding. He said, I feel really bad for telling the story because he was a really nice guy. But it was 5 a.m. He went across and he went like, yeah, he was my girlfriend and all that. He was trying to shag. He wasn't there for me, but you know, he was still a nice guy. So yeah, it's if you watch on YouTube, like Bobby Lee recalls it on like his podcast about how he had to like basically ask Lemmy to leave. He said he shut the door and he was like, I've literally just asked like one of the biggest like heavy metal musicians to leave my house. Like this is something people would wish for. Like,
I think if it was that point, you just be like, "Fuck it, it's Lemon. Let Lemmy come in. Just fuck my girlfriend, please. Just
go on.
Come home and shag my sister. Fuck it, come on."
No, he said that at that point he was there like, how can I get him to leave? Maybe that's an option. Because he said it was like 5 a.m. He'd been woken up and he's like, "What this? He needs to go now. I need to sleep." So yeah, if you after this Google that story, it's fucking hilarious.
That's amazing. What's Little Dan's guilty pleasure? So it could be like a movie, it can be an album.
Go with Phil Collins or something like that, Big Dan.
Oh, do I?
Yeah.
I'm going to say then Phil Collins. Yeah.
Everyone loves Phil Collins.
Yeah. Everyone loves it. Remember that time Brad, you was really drunk and you was asking for Genesis and Caelan thought you was on about Phil Collins. At the time, he was actually asking to play Genesis by Devin Townsend. And like, Genesis. He like, he put it on, he went, what the fuck's this shit? He went, it's fucking Genesis.
Honestly, I don't think in all the years that I've known you, you've actually had an interest which I could call embarrassing.
Yeah, I would care that much about someone else thinking about it.
Yeah.
I would put on the Phil Collins and turn it up very loudly.
Yeah.
I respect that.
Yeah. The only reason people really hate Phil Collins back in like the years ago is because he was everywhere. He was overplayed. He was constantly on everything. He'd be in films and stuff, and it was all over the place. That's why he got a lot of hate.
Yeah.
Now he's too old to sing.
He made the Tarzan theme tune, and that's the theme tune to my childhood.
That's what he keeps saying. Tarzan theme tune is amazing.
Mate, it's honestly fucking amazing. Like it stands up. You know, like most movie theme tunes, you can't listen to that. You could listen to that full album in full. It's like it'd be like so good.
That's a weird thing because if I'm not listening to metal, I'll be listening to TV theme tunes.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know why. There's something about TV theme tunes where someone has to come up with 30 to 60 seconds of music that sounds absolutely phenomenal and is going to get you to watch this entire theme tune. It's like the opening sentence of a book, almost.
Yeah.
You know, they're going to get you to watch this program, so they just make an incredibly well-written theme tune.
What's the best theme song?
It's Animals of Farthing Wood.
Yeah, I agree.
Good choice.
Go listen to it. It's fucking amazing.
The key change is phenomenal.
Yeah, it's because it's the wrong way around the key change.
It's a minor fall instead of a major lift.
A minor fall as a key change, yeah.
It's fucking awesome.
Slaps.
See, if I don't listen to metal, I just tend to listen to like old 70s like funk and like weird shit. You know, like when like record labels weren't scared about selling anything, or just like, yeah, fuck it, we'll put it out. Like I'll listen to shit like that all the time because it's like, how did this get made? But it's so great that it did.
Found a band recently called Henge, and they're like really kind of psychedelic-y. There's a lot of like electronic music in it mostly. They made one song which is kind of almost like a metal song, but not quite. But it was a bit heavy. And I listened to that, I was like, oh, that's really cool. And I listened to everything else they've made, and it's nothing like that one song.
Yeah.
but it's really fucking good shit, though. These guys have done a lot of mushrooms, you can tell that, definitely.
I discovered a band called Psychedelic Porn Crumpets. And they're honestly, their songs are genuinely amazing. Like the mixing on it, fantastic. The guitar work on it's pretty good. And like every song they make has always got stuck in my head. And it's weird because it's not like traditionally like a song that would, but it just sticks in your head and you're like, oh, I fancy listening to that again. And how they like produce the guy's vocals, it's not like the forefront. It's like more, it's kind of like he's singing like from the other room and like it's just echoing out, but it sounds fucking so good in some places. It sounds like really, really good. So yeah.
I went through this weird stage during lockdown where for some reason I found myself just listening to the same old bands again and again and again. There was no more. It's like there's almost like there was a lack of influence out there for me. And no matter how much I went on Metal Tracker or something like that and listened to new releases, nothing was really catching in my head. So I went back to older, like the rock classics, Steppenwolf, Hawkwind, UFO, Boston, stuff like that. Massively ELO for some reason, and that sort of re-sparked my enthusiasm to go forth and look into newer metal and get inspired into songs again, which was
got to go back to the classics sometimes.
I think sometimes you have to, and I see so many people that they delve so deep into the modern subgenres of metal. God, I sound like an old fart right now, but they that they completely disregard where that genre came from, even if it comes to the big classics, the big names like Maiden and stuff, you know.
Go listen to Ashbury. They're a band we discovered not too long ago, like about a year ago. It's from like the one album from like 1984 or something. It's just fucking amazing. Great. Bought a patch of Bloodstock because the vintage patch store had an Ashbury patch. I was like, fucking having it.
I don't think there's anything wrong with going back to classics or slightly leaving your fucking your box of what you normally listen to. If it makes you appreciate what's within your wheelhouse, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah,
definitely.
I think I've been leading a lot to like just the newer releases, just simply because like for me, like because I got into it like pretty late to the game. I don't have like the same nostalgia for certain albums because I listened to this when it was like how many years old. But there's like I've been finding like the new wave of death metal is something I'm always like leaning back into.
Yeah,
because like there's
Tribal
like
Gaze,
Tribal Gaze, stuff. Like there's so many good bands where it's like every week you feel like you discover a new death metal band, and you're like, oh, conveniently from Texas. It's like honestly, it's like it's like we're going for like a new little golden age of death metal, in my opinion. And I feel like not enough people are talking about it, not hopping on the train really. Because like there's so many fucking amazing bands that are coming out at the moment where it's like these guys are fucking unreal. Like it's like we have like a meme for it, like hardcore kids do death metal. But it's like it's still death metal, but it's got 2 steps.
I mean, no, seriously. Recently, I've noticed in death metal that the line between death metal and hardcore, I mean, they've always been closely like related genres anyway, but they've been really pushing the boundaries to actually let you know show you how closely they can be related.
Absolutely,
yeah. I think it's
a lot of fusion bands now.
I think it kind of started with Black Dahlia because Black Dahlia, they were very much hardcore guys. They grew up in the hardcore scene in like New York, and then they just happened to like Entombed and like Obituary and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, oh, well, we'll just do a band like that. But they kept those sort of roots, and because they did that, I don't know, it almost amplified it because it made the group, because they had a lot more focus on groove, I think. So it was like it had like that good blend, and bands since then, it's like it has that amazing blend of being like catchy almost, and like it's got some good like headbanging bits to it, but then also brutal. So that's why I proper lean back into the new wave of death metal, because it's like a mixture of all things that are like good from each genre, just kind of thrown into one.
Yeah.
And you get obviously other people going, oh yeah, but I didn't grow up in hardcore. I grew up in like the black metal scene, but I fucking love death metal now. So there's just like loads of tremolo picking and atmosphere to it.
That's the thing about it. Just metal as sort of an umbrella sort of term, is that everything within that subgenre just seems to evolve so rapidly. I mean, there are just picking something out of the air like folk metal. There's a lot of that 10, 15 years ago we wouldn't consider folk metal per se.
Oh, yeah.
And everything's constantly evolving and changing, and we're getting to the point now where I believe that when we first got, like me and you started to really get into metal, we could clearly define things by subgenre, and now the labels of the subgenre just don't mean what they did before.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And that's why you have people saying stupid shit like our favourite ones to take the piss with is neoclassical battle funk.
Yeah.
You know, and you just have these weird fucking like just made up kind of just mashes of genres to explain a single band. And it's like, well, by the time you're explaining it in that many words, it doesn't really fucking matter.
Yeah.
What they are.
Yeah. It's a cool time, I think. Like so many bands are just doing really interesting things. Like I guess, like you said, the lines between them all are very like unseen now,
mashed and merged, and
Oh yeah, I think we're in a good point now because I hated the sort of separation between scenes where it's like there was almost like a rivalry between them all being like, oh well, these are the hardcore, these are the metalheads, these like the black metal kids, it's like, well, we all kind of all started at the same point, liked metal, and then we still
we found weird to everybody else thing.
But it's like, we still listen to like music that if you popped it into someone that isn't around that scene, they'll be like, yeah, that doesn't sound like anything. So it's like, why can't we all just like band together and just be like, yeah. This is great.
And fuck's sake, me and Little Dan, we're both in our mid-30s now, and I'm pretty sure that one of the driving influences into us both being in metal was the new wave, the new metal genre.
Yeah, new metal, yeah.
And that's
what we started when we were at school.
That's what we started from when we were at school. It was all about Limp Bizkit, Linkin Park, Korn. Korn I actually still listen to. I still fucking love Korn. But
I still listen to Linkin Park, to be fair, and like Deftones and stuff like that.
Deftones, amazing, yeah. It's just like
first metal album I bought though was Fear Factory. That's
I believe the first metal album I bought was actually, what was it? It was either Korn Issues or it was Iron Maiden Best of the Beast.
Yeah.
Can't remember which one.
Got value there, but on a compilation album.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
I bought Fear Factory's Obsolete from HMV, and because it was an American import, it was like 14 quid. Now that was fucking expensive at the time.
Yeah, oh yeah, fucking hell.
I actually don't remember what CD I bought for the first time. I think it might have been like the Black Album or something.
I didn't buy it with my own money, but I was 6 years old and I asked for a Busted album because they did the Thunderbirds soundtrack. And at the time, massive fan of the Thunderbirds movie. So I was like, Mum, it's got Thunderbirds Argo on it. You got to buy the album for me. And after that, I convinced her to buy Scooter.
Isn't it strange that cross generations still love the fucking Thunderbirds?
Yeah.
Yeah,
one of their incarnations or the other,
Mate, that Thunderbirds movie when I was a kid,
TV themes.
That Thunderbirds movie when I was a kid, I used to watch it all the fucking time. I still had it. I've still got it somewhere on video. I used to always load it into my little fucking massive CRT like fucking video players, white coupled with being a fucking TV. I used to watch it so much that the tape at one section wore out. It would just always be like static. I fucking loved them. Honestly, I was there like, this is sick.
And then Thunderbirds and Scooby-Doo were like the ones that carried over from so many generations, I think.
I think it's because they made the live action movies in the like late 90s, early 2000s. So like all the like people my age were like, yeah, I love Scooby-Doo. I love the Scooby-Doo movies. And then people before them were going, there was a TV show as well last night.
Yeah. I remember at the time of my teenage years, I just liked anything with Sarah Michelle Gellar in it. Yeah. Don't know why. I just think she's a really, really good actor.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's why. Good, yeah, really
she's got
good
the credentials.
Yeah.
So, what is Little Dan's favorite movie on the topic of that?
It's Beauty and the Beast. Yeah.
It's a film you've definitely seen. If I give you any more clues, I'll really give it away because it's really obvious.
Spinal Tap.
No, I was going to say it's a film that's very quotable. That is, but
With Nan and I.
With Nan and I.
Right. Yes. Have you seen With Nan and I?
No, I've never seen it.
You have. It's dark humor.
It's a cult classic.
I probably like them.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's his name? The actor. I can't remember his name now. Fuck. Anyway, he's a complete total actor, and he has to
play a drunkard,
play an absolute pisshead. So the director's got him drunk one night, and they got him drunk one night, absolutely plastered. It's total actor, and said, "Remember what this feels like," and that's what he acted. Richard E. Grant, that was it. Yeah, Richard E. Grant. And yeah, it's a great film. Soundtrack's fucking amazing. A lot of Hendrix and stuff. It's set in the 60s in London. 2 hour work actors getting shit faced and find themselves going on holiday by mistake.
They're very poor. They try and get shit faced off anything under the fucking kitchen sink, quite literally.
So
and they go on holiday.
There's a drinking game involved with it where you can try and keep up. Just Google the drinking game. There's people who made like a info sheet kind of thing.
Sounds like fun.
Just to list it. I've never tried it because if you think, well, look at it, and it's like a 90-minute film. This list as well. You like that?
It is a really fucking funny film.
Yeah.
I've got one last question for both of you, and you can answer for each other. If you were both to become filthy rich, what do you think the other one would be the first thing that they'd buy?
A Jaguar E-Type. That would be nice. In black, convertible, not hard top. Oh, that would be sexy. And then I'd get like really good
breakfast.
I'd get breakdown cover because the thing would always be breaking down.
Yeah. A Night XV.
A Night XV. Now that's a car.
It's certainly a large vehicle.
A Kawasaki Falcon 1500. That'd be nice.
Yeah, just
my own pub.
Yeah, no one else is allowed in.
No one else is allowed in. Just me and some bikini barmaids.
What would the bar be called?
The Glory Hole.
Yeah, I think if I became filthy rich, I like to think that I'd be like, oh yeah, I'll do like, donate loads of it to charity. Chances are I would be like, oh, it's all going on me, baby.
You're right. You see, the first thing that you do when you become filthy rich, you start voting Conservative because that just makes sense. Yeah.
Right? It's like, what? Higher in taxes? No. Want to keep this?
Yeah. I've often said though that if I became like if I won the Euro Millions or something,
put the heating on all night.
You put the heating on all night. Yeah, you just leave lights on around the house like mental. Yeah, no, but I just wouldn't tell anyone for a little while, and I'd turn up in a Jaguar or something. They'd be like, "How'd you get that?" Oh, just pay rise, Pay rise. I'd invite you all over for dinner one night, and you drive up to this massive fucking mansion. Do you live here?
Are you sure this is the one? Like,
yeah. What's this? House share, It's like, yeah.
Just house sitting, yeah.
Just house sitting, yeah. I'll just let you piece it together really slowly over a period of time.
I just thought I'd be like, I'd pay for all my friends' heating bills and I'd be bankrupt. No,
yeah.
At this rate, I'd be gone in an half. Like, all right, I'll pay for one friend's heating bill. Do you remember on this fucking morning when they were raffling that shit off? It's like some kind of fucking dystopian future. I literally was like having breakfast, turned on the TV, and Holly and fucking Phil were there like, hey, guess what? You might win free heating for a month. And I was there like, what?
Wow, wait.
That's a prize now.
See, the thing is, I think I know exactly what I'd do if I was a multimillionaire.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what I do now. Spend every night down my local pub.
Yeah.
Doing nothing. Yeah.
And when he kicks out early, you go back to your own pub.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Where's Glory Hole still open?
Not XV.
I might buy you a car. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we both drive the same car and they're miserable little motors.
Yeah.
They really are. Yeah. Not the same car. We each have our own car, but
they're the same car.
They're the same car.
You swap sometimes. Oh, okay.
No, sometimes we swap number plates over so we can get each other speeding fines.
So let's see how fast Dan can do today. It's like 65 in a 40. Jesus.
Past the school.
Cheat you fucking nutcase.
But yeah, thank you very much, guys, for completing the 21 questions.
No worries.
It's been fun having you guys on for the first episode.
Yeah. Thanks for having us on.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that was the name of it. But we were like, we'll go through as many as we can, because I was like looking at the list going, yeah, this is gonna be ages if we.
You said that last time as well, that you had all these question plans, but just keep on fucking talking bollocks. So
no, so that's the goal of the podcast ultimately.
Yeah,
it's I've like to go on prepared with questions, but not want to use any of them. That's our plan.
I like that. I do like to try and derail conversations. Like we're at Power Metal Quest Fest a couple of weekends ago, weren't we?
Yeah.
I was backstage and I saw some bands being interviewed, and I just went and joined in the interviews just try to derail them as much as possible, just sort of try to get them on tangents and stuff. And it was great when I was reading back through the written reviews, like the written,
yeah.
And there was just massive chunks missing where I'd like change the conversation. The rest didn't really make sense. Yeah, quite funny. At some point, people are going to stop giving us press because they realise I do fuck all and just wander around, like causing mischief and drinking the beer from Band's Riders. It's good. It's good fun. It's good fun.
It's fun of the game, though.
we only managed to get like press passes to one. We've only managed to get press passes once because it was the only time we could make it. And even then that day, Brad had to go on his own because
we just don't go to them.
Yeah, like the email was like a week before, and we're like, we need at least 2 weeks for work. Fuck.
Generally, press stuff is really kind of close to the event,
Yeah,
typically.
Yeah.
Which is why I always buy tickets to events last minute if I need to, because we kind of, but we actually did got press for Bloodstock this year, so that was like,
yeah, we did, and I didn't go.
The first time ever. We've been trying to get it for years, and it never did.
And I made plans to go to York, and then over the emails, I'm like, oh shit, we got press for Bloodstock, and I'm in York. But to be honest with you, it was so fucking hot this year. I'm glad I didn't go.
It was ridiculous.
Brad saw all the bands he wanted to see. I saw maybe 4. It was just so hot. I was there, I can't be asked.
It's fucking weird because Brad looks pale as fucking hell.
Mate,
last time I fucking burned
to fuck.
Yeah, I was burned as well this time, but I didn't get.
I feel your pain, man. I feel your pain. I don't.
It was bad.
I don't tan. I just go straight to fucking lobster.
Oh no, I don't. I don't
for me.
really burn. I just tan. It's like I'll go out in the sun for 10 minutes, and then that's it. It's just tanned.
Yeah.
It's very weird.
the worst.
Very weird.
Fucked up, man. Fucked up.
But whereas Brad was like, gee, fuck
Just-
me.
Yeah, like a tomato. Ridiculous.
Come back more and more on red.
Thing is, us blonde men, man, we're in decline.
Yeah,
You know?
we are.
There's not many blonde men left. We've got to stick together. And if that sometimes means going out in the sun and putting everything, like our lives, on the line, we've got to do it, man.
Exactly.
Oh,
we
well-
try. Yeah.
I think
Number one target.
There's no other way we're going to spread our seed and keep blonde men in the gene pool.
Yeah,
well,
we'll start a revolution.
Kalen was the biggest soldier. He was ginger and he was out in that sun. He was. I was very proud of him. He did
Yeah,
wear
everyone
like
suffered
a
more than
towel
me.
over his head the entire time, like a vampire. But he made it out. He managed to do it.
You see, I have the issue where I have this massive fucking beard and I'm also fat. So I'm like the most insulated man in Britain. The even at room temperature, I'm fucking uncomfortable. So yeah, to just being anywhere near that festival that year was just a fucking no-go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But they were
Well,
like,
not
You
Oh,
saved
good
yourself. To be fair, it was.
they were
bad.
like,
It
we
was
put
bad.
up shade. There's more places for shade. And I'm like, let's see what's
What's the
going on.
bollocks?
Shade went in the arena, and it was a fucking tart with holes in it. I'm like, that's not shade.
Look,
A fucking tart
Honestly,
with holes
an illusion.
isn't shade.
something I've learned about Bloodstock is that when they say they're going to do something for the better of the Bloodstock community, it's normally a little bit of a half-ass attempt.
Yeah.
Like after COVID, when they said there's going to be hand sanitizer everywhere. Yes, there was for a day. Most of them
Yeah.
got stolen. The rest run out, and it's like, well, a lot of people that I knew of our party left with COVID.
Yeah, there was definitely some. Yeah,
So when they say they're going to offer shade, I just take
Yeah.
it with a pinch of salt.
They don't think of the logistics of it. I think
Yeah,
they have
we-
an idea and they just don't follow through properly.
When we went in, I just watched that Woodstock 99, and like I heard on the radio someone say, "There's no water in 2 camps," and I was like, "No."
Well, that's
no.
because is that not because the fucking vendors, some of the vendors stole the water?
I don't
Something
know.
like that. Yeah.
I heard
Apparently, we heard that one of the vendors used too much water, and it shut off the water for like a couple hours. So I heard something like that happen. But yeah, it was fucking. I mean, luckily, after that, there was plenty of water. But when I walked into camp after walking fucking miles, from the car park, and I after carrying all my fucking trolley that broke, when I heard there's no water in the camp, I was ready to fucking go off on one. I was like, I don't need this. That's the one thing I was looking forward to. I wasn't even looking forward to the bands anymore. I just want the fucking water after walking that far.
Yeah. Well, one year us queuing up. What year was it? It was fucking roasting hot. Not quite a 40-degree sort of heat.
No,
but
it was very hot still.
It was very warm.
And you got your backpack and you're dragging all your stuff. And the only liquid we had on us was
neat rum.
Yeah, just rum.
And we were swigging neat rum.
Hot rum.
Hot, warm rum from this fucking plastic bottle.
Yeah.
And yeah, we were just getting more and more dehydrated and just drinking more and more rum.
I almost went full on postal on someone like because I was in the fucking line. I was in the line and our trolley, the wheels are snapped off, right? And you would not fucking believe the amount of people that will walk up to you and go, "Your trolley's broken." Yes, I am.
Thank you. Thank you for the
about
input.
6 people said it, and I turned around to our lass. I'm like, the next fucker that turns around and goes, "Your trolley's broken," is getting fucking speared. I'm not having it anymore. Because like someone bad luck that in it, and when walked off, I was there like, I'm gonna throw this fucking bottle of water in the back of his fucking head. I was getting so angry.
I know we've spoken about this quite a few times on our channel and stuff, but we had this we got this friend, and he likes to pack everything for a festival, like including the kitchen fucking sink. I mean, the crazy stuff that he's brought along includes a paddling pool, windbreakers, shit like that. He'll just bring everything that he can fucking find along for a comfortable 3-4 days. It's just not needed. Anyway, he had all this fucking shit, and we thought, well, he could really do with a fucking trolley. We found this trolley, and the wheel had fallen off it, just been abandoned. So we sort of brought the trolley over to him, and we just placed the wheel back on, like so it's standing up, looked like a good trolley. And he spent a good half hour, 45
minutes, yeah,
45 minutes,
loading it up,
just loading this trolley up and shrink wrapping all this stuff to it. And me and him were watching him do this, and we're not saying anything, you know. And then he grabs the trolley, he moves 2 feet, and the wheel falls on.
Oh my god!
He was not happy.
No, it's just
he was pretty pissed off, actually. Yeah, but. Never, ever miss an opportunity to troll your friends.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, we take as many as possible. Luckily, Brad was a knight in shining armor. Came over to help. So did a few of our friends. Carried some of our heavy shit back. But geez, honestly, I was stood there, and like at one point, like we were dragging this trolley. Like me and my mate James, we were like lifted it from the bottom. We were like dragging it on 2 wheels. Some guy goes up with the wheel that fell off ages ago. We're like, we're fucking leaving that. You know, we're not. Are we going to repair it? Are we going to weld it back fucking on the no, we're just leaving it there. We're just going to leave. And some guy goes, "Oh, by the way, mate, you left that back there and threw it back in our trolley." We're like, I was like, I had to take like a proper deep breath. I was there like, I was there like sweating. Fucking carrying like must have been like 12 crates of beer in this trolley. Fucking my triceps were burning, and it just went, "There you go, here's more weight to the trolley. I'm just gonna make you even more pissed off." And I saw him in the fucking queue, like at this noodle shack, and I was thinking, do I just fucking like tackle this cunt right now? As like a retaliation for when he threw that fucking wheel. He probably doesn't remember it was 2 days ago now.
The great thing about getting pressable stock is you can bypass all the whole queue thing.
Oh yeah,
literally dropped off all the gear pretty much by the entrance and didn't do any of that walk. Just walked straight from the main entrance past the queue, straight through and into the campsite. So much easier.
That sounds glorious.
I think me and Brad are gonna try our luck this shit like next year and be like, hey, can we get a press pass? And be like, you know, try our best just to like flag it as much as possible.
Yeah. It took us a fair few years, like
it did, yeah.
But we didn't expect it as well. I just thought,
no, you were just.
I thought I'll send a shot off again, you know, and yeah.
Yeah. Going back to the trolley thing, the best thing that I found is one wheelbarrow. Big inflatable tire. Put all your shit in the wheelbarrow. It's made for going over rough terrain. Wheelbarrow is the way forward.
You know what? Me and our last watching people walk past us with the wheelbarrows, and we were like, you know what? That might actually be a shout.
Yeah.
Like
Not
next
the
year.
fabric
Could be
ones.
a
The
better
fabric ones are
choice.
shite.
Yeah, the fabric
Proper
ones are
metal ones. Yeah. It's really because I remember you guys being pissed off at me because I had the wheelbarrow, put all my shit in the wheelbarrow, stormed ahead. Then I'm waiting for you for about 45 minutes at the gates of the arena, at the gates of the festival. Like, oh, you should have waited for us.
No,
Why?
it's the weight difference because obviously two people stuffing one. Once you get a big trolley, you end up putting everyone's like loads of stuff in it.
Mm.
You feel the void.
Just be a nasty cunt and don't say no. Say no. Like when it comes to walking a mile in blistering heat across rough terrain, someone says, "Can you carry this?" You say, "No."
That's
fuck
the thing.
off.
I take an absolute ton of beers and like half of one of those big trolleys, these cans, and I don't want to do 2 trips. So
Yeah, that is very true.
yeah, but no, it's easier this year because to drop it off at the gate and just walk straight in.
I swear, like when I got to the closest to the gate with this fucking broken trolley, magic happened. I was like proper struggling. At that point, I ditched lifting it. I was like, I'm just dragging this cunt. Like, I'm just dragging this.
Last resort.
So I remember like I was dragging it, and all of a sudden it got really fucking light. And I was like, oh fucking, I might have got a bit of second wind here. I looked to my right, and some bloke had just like lifted it with me, and he's just like helping me carry it. I'm like, this is mint. He carries it halfway to the entrance and goes, right, mate, I'm gonna have to stop because mate, I've got dog bites all over my hands and it's fucking killing. So I was like, all right, no worries. And I'm like, and another fucking guy comes over, lifts it again, and carries it to the entrance with me. I'm like, you know what? These guys have made me weekend. I was like, all those fuckers.
Random kindness right there. You know?
Mate, yeah. Honestly, made me entire day. Made me entire day because I was like, you know what? He didn't go past and go, your wheel's broken. He actually went, you know what? I could probably help. Like,
much better.
You know, he thought, you know what? I might help him. And he did. So, you know, it made me weekend. Just little shit like that, you know, goes a long way.
Exactly.
Yeah. Sounds like a lot of effort.
Oh, mate, trust me. I think I lost half a stone just on the walk.
Yeah.
Giving me tips.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for coming on. Obviously, we still need to meet up like at some point. I don't know when, but
we do. Yeah, definitely.
We'll get it sorted.
We're going to be in York for December the 10th for a gig.
Oh wait,
Sellsword.
Yes,
York.
we are. Yes, yeah.
So yeah, definitely doing that. And
you guys coming Damnation this year?
No, I've only ever done Damnation once, and I hated it. But I know it's a new venue.
Yeah, it's now. Manchester now, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's definitely worth doing. But I'll probably do it next year.
Yeah, if not Bloodstock.
Yeah,
if you guys are both coming.
I don't know yet.
Maybe if Manifest could ever happen, that'd be great.
If Manifest,
we might be going to Incineration Fest this year as well down south.
Yeah, nice.
Thinking about
it. We don't travel south that much anymore.
No, it's horrible.
It's not that the south is horrible. It's the fact that the road network to the south is just shit. Yeah. Shit.
We're finessing it. We're flying from Leeds and Bradford, mate.
We made this a plan. We haven't agreed on this. This is
my plan. I've got over my fear of flying. We're fucking flying. I'm not paying 238 quid just to get a fucking train for 3 hours or pay 30 for a 5-hour fucking coach. You know how hard it is to be on a coach for 5 fucking hours? It's torture being on it for half an hour. Imagine that. Fuck it. 5 hours on a coach, Brad. 5 hours. Fuck that. I'm not spending most of my day on a coach.
I mean, I just used to, back when I had vans, I didn't mind driving a few hours and just sleep in the back of my van.
Yeah.
As long as I didn't have to take any fucking public transport. I hate it.
I have to get the bus every day to work, and I only live, Wetherby is 12 minutes away from my work, from where I live, right? It takes 45 minutes to an hour and a half to get there. Don't know fucking how, but it takes me that fucking long. So I have to wake up at like 6 to get in for 8. It's fucking awful. I hate public transport as is, but if you have to be on it for an hour or more, no, that's why I'm refusing to take the 5-hour coach down to London. I will happily pay extra to get in a fucking compressed, pressurized fucking tube, fly thousands of feet in the air with just nothing but sudden death underneath me, then got on a 5-hour coach.
Are you not a fan of flying?
No. Brad can contest this. When we flew to Budapest, I held his hand the entire way there, pretty much.
See, I didn't fly for fucking years until, of course, I've got a girlfriend now that lives in the Isle of fucking Skye. which is, you know, about a 12, 13-hour drive away, you know, but I decided to take the plane. And I'd always just not, I just wasn't scared of flying. I just thought it was a fucking stupid idea.
It's just a nightmare, isn't it?
It's a fucking, yeah.
Start
But
to finish.
I actually find now that active flying really fucking awesome. I love the taking off bit. That's great. We hit turbulence.
That's great.
That was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
My girlfriend was in fucking tears and crying. I'm acting like I'm on a fucking roller coaster. Yeah.
See,
This is
when we
fucking great.
hit turbulence on the way back, and like Brad and like Dylan were both trying to reassure me, being like, "It's okay. It's like a speed bump." And all that did was just send me west in my head, because I'm like, you know what though, when you hit a speed bump on the road, you know it's not underneath it, just death. When you hit a speed bump and you might hit it wrong, and you spike a bit left, and you're like, oh, I almost lost control. Then you know it's not like instant fucking flying down. Like everyone's
How
dying.
fast are you hitting these speed bumps, bro? Like,
I mean, I don't drive, but people I get in the car with sometimes hit speed. Not Alice will kill me if I say that she's a bad driver on the podcast. She's not. She's great. But my friends who are shit drivers,
Hell at gunpoint right
awful.
now.
That sounds like I'm like going, no, but Alice is shit. No, she's actually an amazing driver. I always feel safe with her in the car. But I've got friends who aren't that great of drivers. They're fucking terrible. So sometimes they hit the speed, but
yeah, fucking hell.
So yeah, sometimes they hit the speed bump, and I think, now I should have wrote my will. So
Right. So yeah, we'll hopefully catch you guys at some point, and yeah, we'll keep in touch for sure.
You're right.
Sweet.
Thank you for coming on.
No problem. No problem.
No worries. Thank you, man.
Take care.
Awesome, guys.